hey, it's Krys, or krs-one, or Internet Nobody. So, this is the first art time-lapse painting that I've done. Or not the first, but the first that I've done from like start to finish, and I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out. I do think I lost a little bit of footage in like the middle portion of it, but I'm still overall happy with how it turned out. And I would like to do this more and get better at it and make it more of like a regular thing. It does take a little bit of time, but I like seeing it all come together like this. It's nice. Um, I did have fun doing it. Um, I wish I did this sooner though than now, because I've like all my artwork. Like I've always done art, but all my artwork is pretty much in sketchbooks or a few canvases and stuff like that. Um, I've always wanted to do digital art, but I've felt a little bit discouraged from it. I'm not really sure why entirely though. um, I used to have a weird outlook on digital art, and using the digital art program that I was using on my tablet made me like really think about that and realize what a dumbass I was for having the outlook that I had on it. And it's so silly to say out loud, but I used to think that digital art was like lacking emotion or something. And I don't know why I thought that way, but I did. And like I felt like I was doing nothing that differently than what I would be doing if I were drawing in my sketchbook or like on or painting on my on a canvas. It didn't feel like I was doing anything like that drastically different using and drawing on a tablet. Like there's a lot of time and detail and like, attention, love that's put into a digital art piece as there is in like a traditional drawing on paper or something like that or on canvas. So I don't know why I had that thought that I did. Probably because I just never did it, and that's why I thought that way. And I should have probably expressed this thought like out loud much sooner than just keeping it to myself, basically, to realize how silly that is to think. Um, but yeah, um, this was fun. I mean, the only real difference that I felt like using the digital art program was that I'm able to zoom in and get really close to like certain parts to really add a lot of detail. Whereas before, I'd just be like getting so close up to my drawing or my painting that I'd almost be like kissing the the, the painting or the paper. Now I just have to zoom in. But like I'd be blending things and yeah, like just doing things as I would be drawing or painting. Like if the paint was wet, I'd be blending it or like manipulating it in a certain way to make it have a certain effect that I wanted. I thought that maybe there was a bit more special effect manipulation applied to digital art, but it just didn't seem to be the case. And like there's a lot of digital art that's out there that you probably wouldn't even know to be digital art because it looks so realistic or similar to a canvas painting or a sketch on paper, but it's actually digital art. So the fact that I thought that way for or had that thought for so long, it doesn't make any sense to me at this point. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, I wasn't thinking. Um, but yeah, I just wish I got into this sooner. I was talking about this with someone was talking to me about this, and I used to think this was something that I only felt about art, but it's a common thing that other people have too, and it's the worry that or anxiety that we have that if we've taken time off from drawing or painting, we get worried or an anxiety feeling of whether or not we're still able to draw or create something with the same technique that we had used previously in a drawing or painting. And I used to think I was the only one that thought that way. And sometimes I get like so in my head with that thought that I like psych myself out of drawing something or expect like the worst type of outcome for a drawing when really I should just be confident in my ability to be able to draw something and not get so hung up in my head with that type of thought. But which is why it's kind of nice to have this as a recording too, because like I can look back on it and see how I got to a certain step, or like what I did to get like a certain like the skin a certain way, or like like anything, a part of like the piece a certain way. I can look back on it and see what I've done. 'Cause sometimes I feel like I've just forgotten everything and I'm having to like relearn what I did the last time all over again. And so I'm hoping that this will help like tame my memory with drawing a bit more, because yeah, that's for some reason something I struggle with. I don't know why. But yeah. I also would like to show a bit more of my sketchbook work, because I do have a lot of drawings in my sketchbooks, like since that's how I've always really drawn for a long time. One in particular I'd like to share was a Inktober 31-day drawing challenge that I did from start to finish, and I was really proud of how those came out. I didn't think I'd be able to keep up with the 31 days of drawing something new every day, but I was able to, and I really like how those turned out. And I don't know, I don't feel like they've got enough attention, and I would like to show this a little bit more, and because I do think that they deserve a little bit more love. And yeah, so I'm working on like a slideshow with that, and I just want that to look a little bit nicer, and then I'll throw that up too. But if you've stuck around for this long, I thank you very much. I hope I haven't bored you to death or anything, but I look forward to doing this again. And also, atheism is unstoppable. Bye.